Pal World's Pal Farm could ruin Nintendo forever, and it serves them right. So, just a quick background. Pal World or Pocket Pair, the developers of Pal World, have unveiled their new farming simulator, and this could actually destroy Nintendo forever. We're going to break down why in this video. Why exactly is it that Nintendo is now in full on panic mode after the announcement of Pal World's farming simulator? We have a video from Fratanga Plays. His channel will be linked in the description of the video. Watch it and to fully understand the implications of what is occurring here with this new farming simulator from Pal World's creators, Pocket Pair, and how this could destroy Nintendo forever. Don't forget to follow us over on Rumble. Our Rumble is linked in the description of the video. Also, don't let them convince you that you will own nothing and be happy. Go and check out Angry's Crypto Academy to learn how to buy, sell, and trade crypto and make massive profit. That's also linked in the description of the video. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, turn on notifications by clicking on the notification bell, and subscribe if you already haven't to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. And now let's begin.
Fortuna!
No other gaming company has ever produced this much trouble or stress for Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, and we're talking about a gaming company turning 136 years old.
I have never met a sadder, more attention-starved, jabbering little prick in my entire life, and that says a lot, because I've been alive for more than 200 years.
Can you imagine that now? You've been around for 136 years, and never before in your life did you think that after spending decades stealing other people's ideas and then trying to resell them in the form of your own video games, that the same was going to happen to you and you were going to be powerless to stop it? You and your 135 years of selling the same boring ass Mario, Metroid, Zelda, and in spite of those being ultra successful, nothing produces you more money than Pokemon. In your 136 years on this planet, nothing made Nintendo more money than Pokemon. Hell, nothing made Pokemon more money than Pokemon. Nothing in general has made more money than Pokemon. And then alongside came Bucky and his team, Pocket Pair, to troll this ultra wealthy corporation who for some reason is always constantly treated as a victim by its own fan base. As you know, in our previous video, we covered Pal Farm, the upcoming middle finger to Nintendo and Pokemon Company, because less than a week ago, they revealed Pokepia. A week later, Bucky and his team reveal Pal Farm. Oh, I can't get over how it's obviously all intentionally made to piss off Pokemon. Well, that's my best theory. You see, Bucky from Pal World gave us an update today. And speaking of which, this channel's growth is through the roof, and our coverage of Pal World has been quite extensive.
You are fake news.
Sir, can bring on Bucky himself for an interview on this channel? That'd be great. Let the man know that the Fratanga army would love to bring him on. Now that I have some clout, I better put it to use for cool things outside of drugs. Also, remember, the Pokemon Pal World parody rap is almost done. While you await it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Let us get to 120k subs. Last video, we got over 1,000 subs. And also, that video exploded. I don't know what you guys see in me, but I know what I see in you. That is that you guys are... Again?
Maybe your one and only chance to speak. If you have the answers, speak. You got 17 minutes.
A certain percentage of silliness and grumpy people were expected when announcing Pal Farm, and a smaller percentage of Pocket Pair was expected too. But I'm surprised how many people think we're wizard-level developers able to make a game in 1 week. The tinfoil hats are out in force. He's of course referring to the Nintendo drones and the autistic Pokemon man children that continue to plague society. And yes, I say they are a plague on society, because have you seen what Pokemon fans did in Japan when they littered the whole city with Happy Meals just to collect a stupid Pikachu card that's eating a Big Mac? These guys will trample over children, elderly women, and animals just to get their hands on a rare Charizard plushie.
How
How should I know? I'm retarded.
You see, a lot of Nintendo guys seem to believe that Pocket Pair was copying Pokepia. Now, we all did that as a joke here on the channel, but the truth is, Pal Farm has actually been in development a lot longer. They didn't just come up with it overnight to get back at Nintendo, as funny of a story as that would be. Releasing the trailer a week away, that's no coincidence, let's be honest. Come on, Bucky, I look up to you. Own up to it. Tell us you did it to get back at Nintendo, please! See, right now Nintendo is doing some crazy stuff when it involves the DHS, but that'll be a separate video. If you want to watch that, hit subscribe now. It's gonna be a banger. There is a certain level of poetic irony. The same people who Pocket Pair are the same people thinking we made the entire game in 1 week. Schrodinger's Pocket Pair, I guess. We are both a slot company and capable of making entire games in 1 week, it seems. Yes, the accusations were nuts. Nintendo fans just can't imagine that there is another game that looks like Pokepia. Well, actually, I don't even know why I say it looks like Pokepia. It looks a million times better than Pokepia. Pokepia looks like absolute trash. Such wasted efforts. But the similarities, of course, were noticeable by everyone. Even with the announcement of a new Palworld themed farming sim, Pocket Pair's publishing manager says there's still something in the works that's even more wild. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this is actually pretty unbelievable what's happening here. So, Palworld's new farming simulator is absolute boss. It is unbelievable that they actually were able to go and create this thing, Pal Farm, and the game it's absolutely the game is absolutely it looks like a certified classic, and it's something that you would have expected Nintendo to have pulled off some time ago, but unfortunately we understand how Nintendo operates. Nintendo basically is a company that restricts IPs. So basically they are trying to patent IPs, they're trying to patent mechanics, they're trying to prevent people from creating anything that looks like Pokemon. They're trying to basically patent an entire genre of games, and it's not good for society. It's absolutely 100% not good for society what Nintendo is doing. And until we actually stand up to them, until we actually say, yeah, we're not going to tolerate this. We're actually going to, we're actually going to say no, and we're going to go and we're going to do that. That's the only way that we will actually be able to ever stop Nintendo from doing this. But until legal action is taken, and potentially by the DOJ, by the state, to basically say that Nintendo, just to acknowledge Nintendo is exploiting they're exploiting the system, they're exploiting the legal system to basically prevent innovation and prevent any competition. It's just going to keep on happening. But Palworld definitely does not care. Instead of Nintendo being able to slow them down with their lawsuit, Palworld is actually persevering. They were built for this. They are built different, and Nintendo if their only real strategy is is bastardizing the legal system, weaponizing the legal system, then you have to comprehend they can't compete. Their fans are feral, their fans are disrespectful, but in the end, Nintendo really cannot compete. We're going to look at a little bit at some of the footage of the trailer. And as you guys can see, the trailer looks absolutely sick. Like, holy cow. Like, it looks very much like Pokemon, if ever, as someone pointed out, like the depth of field is a little strange, which I agree on. But beyond that, it's not that bad. And it's the graphics are unbelievably stunning. Like, holy cow. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, And you can tell that, when you look at what Palworld has done with what Pocket Pair has done with Palworld over time, improving the visual fidelity, it went from being kind of ugly and just kind of strange to being this amazing game that's just absolutely gorgeous in various ways. And I mean, this is where they're already at right now. Like, this is where they're at in terms of visual fidelity for Pal Farm. There's mining, evidently. There's fishing. Very much it's like Harvest Moon meets Pokemon, or Stardew Valley meets Pokemon. This is incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm very much excited. I'm very much excited for this. You can run around on the beach. I mean, geez, this is so cool. This is absolutely so cool. So I don't know. I just don't see Nintendo being able to compete with this. In a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
I knew it! Power World Mystery Dungeon. Do it! Don't be a coward, Bucky. Go all out. Power World Trading Card Game. Power World Mystery Dungeon. Power World Animated. Invest in the IP. Capitalize. We will support you. We will make sure this becomes bigger than Pokemon. Let us do this for you. Totally not for us and our own egos, no. Just over a week after Nintendo confirmed Pokepedia, the Pokemon take on a life/farming sim in the vein of Story of Seasons of Stardew Valley, Pokepair has announced a Power World farming sim is also in the works, titled Power World Pal Farm. This announcement also has fans thinking back in an earlier comment from the studio's publishing manager, John Buckley. Earlier this year, Bucky teased something very exciting that he's not able to talk about for at least a year or two. And while it's obviously not been a year or two since August 2025, a Power World farming sim is a pretty big deal if you ask me, of course.
To be very clear, I mean, we saw how well the Minecraft movie did, and we saw how well the Mario movie has done. We've seen how well the Sonic movie has done. The truth is, when it comes to Pal World, and the fact that it's more geared towards adults, there's a lot of potential for a Pal World movie. And they can have so many different brands of movies. Could you imagine a Pal World movie that is structured kind of like Jurassic Park, where like the later Jurassic Park movies, where you're basically going to a park or like our specific area island where there are certain kinds of pals, and you basically have to survive to because you're there to locate something, and you have to survive, and it's literally almost like a horror, like kind of like it would be so kind of like Dino Crisis style, except you have to deal with all these different kinds of pals, but you also have these Jurassic looking pals. That's just like just an example off the top of my head. It doesn't have to be special. It doesn't have to have it doesn't have to be something like something for like a rocket scientist would put together. It just has to be cool, good old fun. And honestly, I can see this something like this taking off. And Pal World on it genuinely has the potential to become a franchise worth tens of billions of dollars. It can definitely surpass Pokemon. Can you imagine a Pal World that's like Pokemon Go? Like Nintendo did essentially like they destroyed Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go had so much potential. I mean, there are still some people evidently playing it, but they basically wasted the potential of Pokemon Go. No one talks about Pokemon Go anymore. I'm sure there's still people who are messing around with it, but it's basically faded. Its time came and went. But that doesn't mean that Pocket Pair could not revive something like Pokemon Go. And I think that's pretty cool. I think one of the more important aspects is designing it in such a way that people who are at home can also enjoy it, as well as people who are on the go. I think finding that balance is important so that you don't end up with people trying to do everything to cheat so they can enjoy the game without actually having to leave their homes. It's an interesting. It's just something to think about. But I definitely think that we're going in the direction where Pal World is going to can knock Nintendo off their perch, and Nintendo just cannot compete. And I mean, if you look at Mario Kart World versus the new Sonic Racing game, the new Sonic Racing game is a banger compared to Mario Kart World. And that's if you and the reviews are pretty much saying that. So I think that the new Sonic Racing game is way overpriced. Absolutely, I don't think that game should cost more than $59. And to get the full experience, you have to buy the deluxe version because it has all of the cars, it has all of the guest characters, everything is in that version. So I think that they're kind of ripping us off with this new game. But at the same time, I will say that they really did invest in it, and they're 100% making fun. They dropped the trailer, and the trail for where they dropped the trailer like for the game, and they basically were just making fun of Nintendo, making fun of Super Mario World, like showing it as like some old, like an old beaten down racer. And that's kind of, and like the Nintendo fans were like, "Don't you dare make fun of Nintendo!" It's like they worship Nintendo like Nintendo is almost a god. It's the honest truth, and I think it's really sad. I think it's really, really sad. I personally want to pick up Sonic Racing Crossroads, but so for example, for me, I typically purchase when I want to get a better deal. I pretty much always I purchase my games using a key shop. So right now I can get Sonic Roads. I can get Sonic Roads the for $60. So I can save $10 on it. That's not bad. That's not bad. Granted, I would rather pay much less, no more than 50, but I'm willing to like sacrifice the $9. The problem is that because of the way they designed the game, the version that you're going to want to get is going to be the deluxe version, and that version is 89.99, which is, so they've basically found a way to sell $100 games, because a lot of these games, the deluxe version of these games are now 99.99. So they found a way to basically sell you half the game, or two-thirds of the game for $70, and then the full game for $100. That's what a lot of these companies are doing, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy that this thing is actually Steam Deck verified. Sonic Racing Crossroads is Steam Deck verified, and we've actually seen it running using FSR4, which is just unbelievable. Can you believe that we actually got FSR4 running? Basically, the code was accidentally leaked by AMD because they were not planning to release it, but it was accidentally released on GitHub like a year ago, I think, back in 2024, and before it was pulled down. So it was not the finalized version, but it was enough for the community to get it, access it, reverse engineer it, and then create a version of it that was compatible with Steam Deck, because it was originally not designed to run on RDNA 2. I believe it's like strictly for like RDNA 4, maybe, that architecture. But yeah, no, it's running pretty well, and now it makes all the games on pretty much almost every game on Steam Deck now looks absolutely amazing with our FSR4, and just its like early state. It's advancing quickly. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo is pretty much between they are the Switch 2 is not doing well. The Switch 2 sales are collapsing. It's evidently the most returned console in modern history. It's the game key cards, they're being sold for like $2 a pop. Walmart's putting them out, selling them for like $2 a pop. When a company is trying to sell a product for pennies, that means that they're just trying to get rid of them without throwing them into the trash. Selling game key card games for $2 a pop means that they are trying to clear them out and make pennies off $2. $2, bro. And Nintendo is not going to learn anything, because the people who actually cared are gone. Mr. Iwata passed away, and Reggie retired. So old Nintendo is gone. All right. This is the era of Bowser and Furukawa.
I think this has potential to be bigger than Pal World itself. Pal Farm could be bigger. I already see it. So naturally, some have wondered if this is what Bucky was talking about all along. After tweeting out the announcement where he noted that we've been working on this for over a year now and are super excited to finally reveal it to you all, Bucky was asked if this was in fact the game he previously teased. Bucky confirms that this is not the case, while hyping up the other mysterious project, saying that it is something even crazier. Please give it to me now, Bucky! Give me the news now! You have no idea how high I get off of this stuff. I am a changed man. I used to pound up to 20 beers a day and do multiple substances, but now I get high off the news like this. This is my new buzz. You have changed my life forever, Bucky. For the better or for the worse, well, we'll find out. To put conspiracy hat on here, Pal World's Terraria update was the first major crossover to come to the game. Terraria is a game that has both life, sim, and farming elements present. Now, Pocket Pair has also confirmed a Pal World X Ultra Kill crossover. That's right, they did. Alongside Pal Farm, now I'm convinced that the next Pocket Pair game is going to be a fast-paced FPS game. Listen, The critters already got guns. People seem to forget that this is basically Pokemon with guns and better gameplay and better critters and well, better everything in general. It's not so far-fetched to believe maybe an FPS game. But as we speak, Pal Farm is just more than enough. I mean, these guys are crazy. They are going all out on their IP. But that's smart. It's crazy. Even die-hard Nintendo fanboys like Nintendo Prime are impressed by what they see, which says a lot. I don't think you guys comprehend how much this tells us about exactly how much Pal Farm can alter Pokemon forever. That's a funny.
I mean, yeah, I mean, guys, this is definitely not only going after Stardew Valley, but it's also going after potentially Animal Crossing, right? It definitely also has like an Animal Crossing vibe too. And again, that's so massive. That is absolutely massive. Pal Farm. I mean, you could. It's incredible. You know, grandpa or your grandfather or some uncle you never knew or you don't remember left you a farm because life has gotten too hard in the big city. And you know, one day you said, "Screw it, I'm gonna leave." So you go off to the farm and you start a new life, and it's lit. That's pretty much how every story for all of these games and you know isekai or well not isekais animes. Actually I think there was an isekai that I was watching recently that was actually like that where like you know that like your grandfather left you. I don't know if it was just a house or something like that or but no maybe it was a farm. It basically it includes a farm, but the farm may have been a part of the isekai because like you have to go through the house through a back door, and when you go through the back door it takes you to another world, and I believe you can do some farming there and some other stuff. I don't remember the full details, but you get the point. You get the point. It's always some uncle or grandfather who leaves you a farm, and you decide to just walk away from the miserable life you're living, where you're just drowning in debt and pretty much every relation you have is over a computer screen with with AI at this point, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the farm and live that simple life, Paris Hilton style, and try something new, and it works out. But anyway, guys, Pal Worlds, Pal Farm could ruin Nintendo forever because they can shake up the balance. They can create something that people have been desperately wanting forever, which is adult Pokemon. And yeah, I think Nintendo, especially with the sentiment being very low around what they're doing with bricking consoles and telling you that you will own nothing and be happy, definitely is setting the stage for them to experience extraordinary hardship as the community continues to turn on them. And evidently, a boycott is currently happening, even if it's not actively talked about. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.